everyone, to Talking with Tom and Jim. That would be Tom Goldrup, Jim Goldrup. They're shooting a touchdown! They are actors. They are film historians. They've written four books on the history, not the history, the golden age of Hollywood. It is history, but you know what I mean. Golden age of Hollywood. And they've traveled the world, and they have all kinds of amazing stories. I want to just reiterate, just for the record, they are experts in the Gnome-mobile and Mary Beth Hughes, but they are not Beverly Hillbillies. Every now and then I want to bring back all the old favorites, just get them all back in.
Go
ahead.
Yeah, we're going to watch The Lady Confesses one of these nights. It's starring Jeffs and our favorite actress, Mary Beth Hughes.
Oh,
nice. I will do that. Let's do that sometime. That sounds fun. All right, let me finish with what we're doing. I'm your host, Jeff Greenwald, and next to me here is actor-comedian Daniel Dye, and unfortunately it is time again for his favorite thing to do on the show, and that is Tom and Jim's random, whatever he calls this random thing.
Random game of random.
Right, so I will say... here's the thing. So, okay, I have a brief story to tell before we go into this. So, Dan and I used to do a comedy show, and there were three of us in the show. And our third guy in the show, Rob, was one of those guys who didn't prepare anything. He didn't rehearse, he didn't prepare, he didn't do anything. And so we were diehard preparation, spent, a month working out the timing of what we were doing and how we were doing it, arranging songs, doing everything. He walks in the day of the show, and I said, you have a stand-up routine you're supposed to do tonight. What are you doing? And he said, I don't know, it'll come to me. And we're just sitting backstage, looking at the clock. Okay, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, what are you doing? And he went over to the concession stand, and there were these Dixie cups with knock-knock jokes on them. And he just grabbed the box of Dixie cups and walked out on stage. And he started reading knock-knock jokes off the little paper cups. And the audience was just busting up and having a great time. And I was pissed because I spend months working on things. So, the point of that story is, I spend a lot of time prepping the show, what we're going to talk about, who's on, what's going on. And this guy is like, and now it's time for my random game of random.
To be fair, one of our best episodes was just talking about a random thing. And I did prepare in advance for this one, a long time in advance, and I was so preparing in advance that I didn't even know I was preparing in advance, because I even made us a mascot. It's a rat! See, I told you, it was supposed to be a bear.
It's like a bear.
It looks like a bear, but it's got a rat tail.
No, it doesn't.
We've got a mascot for Tom and Jim's Random Game of Random.
I like the rat. Mascot, yeah.
I love the rat too. It just doesn't look like a bear.
I wash my hands of this segment. All right, and off the dam.
Okay, so I kept our board exactly the same so that we can keep going and keep rolling where we were. And as we all know, so the goal is, these are random prompts. They're not questions, random prompts. Tom and Jim are going to come up with a story because I know they have a story for everything. And they're getting points based on whether or not they've got a story. And if I stump them both,
there are no points.
Jeff will he'll be tallying them up at the end. Watch all social media for the results.
2, 6, 8, or 10.
80, 2.
2. Okay, we're finishing out this column. This is a very exciting moment.
I'm waiting for this to mash
Number
up with
2.
Deal or No Deal.
Yeah, that's right. Number 2. Here, eat this.
What is it again, Dan?
It says here, eat this.
Here
so
he
what's
sits.
here, eat
I'm
this.
not getting it. What?
Here he sits.
No. Here, as in I present to you, eat this. Eat as in eat.
Oh, eat fish?
No.
Eat this.
Like, what's at some point where someone gave you something that you had to eat.
Oh. Oh, okay.
First thing comes to my mind is back
We
when I was
lost
a
Jeff.
kid, and our grandmother, our mom's mother, was living with us, and it was Christmas Eve. We always opened our presents up on Christmas Eve, and for dinner we had some kind of vegetable soup,
Yeah.
and we could not get up from the table and leave the table until we finished our dinner. And it was a vegetable soup that I did not like. I remember
Getting cold.
it getting cold, it's getting, like looking
Scale.
oily on top or whatever. But I had finished eating that in order to go and open the present.
Yeah. Okay.
You're like, no presents for Jim this year.
Your present is the soup.
That's right.
I got one. We were at a church dinner, and one of the things that was in there was what do you call that? Sweet potatoes. And our brother Ray took a bite of his. He said, "Oh, that's good. It tastes like pumpkin pie." And he really didn't like it, but he knew that I like pumpkin pie. So I took a big bite of it, and I almost scarfed right there on the. I've never eaten sweet potatoes since that time, but I still eat pumpkin pie on occasion. So
How old were you?
how old was I? I don't know, 11 or 12. I don't know. But
Your brother Ray was a devious. He did a great job as older brother. For me, like I would have never knowing him now, like as an adult, right? And he's so contemplative and spiritual, and it's like, oh yeah, but when you were a kid, man, you gave those guys like a real rough time. That is
every time Jeff, because I've never met Ray, but every time Jeff describes stories of the two of your interactions with Ray, I imagine that you guys are just terrified of him. There's like something about Ray.
we're really close. But
Could be closer friends.
But he would do things like that, though.
that's great.
Baby and sweet potatoes and whatnot. But,
Get your arm off my bed.
get your arm off my bed. Oh, I got back at him once.
You're messing the bed spread up.
I got back at him once. We were sitting at the Sebastiani Theater in Sonoma watching a movie, and we're sitting in the aisle seats. You know, the main rows here, and then there's like 2 seats on this side, 2 seats on this side.
And I were in front of him.
And we were sitting in front. And on my armrest, I have my arm there, and Ray would keep pumping me with his foot. So I moved my arm, and he put his foot up there. So I got a hold of his shoe, and I flipped it, and he went flipping out of his chair right into the aisle. I got back to Ray that time. But we're real close. And we've always been close. We couldn't be closer than that.
We're as close as 2 pages in the closed book.
In a chapter called Forever.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. We both got that one. We both got that one.
Yeah, you guys both get points. You're going to have a lot of points to calculate, Jeff.
I'm being told there are no points.
That's what you say.
I'll take number 8.
Number 8, and we have, drum roll please, aliens are too real.
What are too real? Sorry.
Aliens.
Oh, aliens are too real.
Hold on, let me clarify. Because Dan, let me not clarify, but you clarify. Yeah. Is it too like as well? They are too real, or is it are too real? Like that alien is too real.
I'm going to accept whatever sparks a story.
I met an alien once.
Oh. Tell me.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we go back to Sausalito.
Oh, no.
We met this guy, guy our age. You know, we were 20, in our early 20s, I guess, or somewhere around there. And this guy, we kind of got to know a little bit, and he told us he was an alien, and I forget the details of it. His father, I think, was a real alien or something, and he was a product of the alien father and the mother, regular mother. And this guy, you might remember more details about it, but But he was the only alien I think I ever met, except Miss Abraham.
Except Miss Abraham. Cats are aliens.
She's from another planet, but that's okay. She loves us, and we love her.
But,
do you remember anything about that guy?
I remember something about that guy. I mean, his father was going to come back and take him
back to another planet or something.
Yeah, and he knew his father was going to come someday to get him.
Was it in our solar system? The planet?
Sausalito. It was in Sausalito. Yeah.
No. No.
Fall out of my ear.
Where his father came from.
I don't.
There's something different about the way he's supposed to look.
Yeah.
What it was. So he wasn't from.
He wasn't from this planet. He was from out there somewhere.
This is reminding me of Guardians of the Galaxy. There's maybe it's the origin story.
Yeah, it's reminding me of Blue Boy from Dragnet. That he just ran up to you, and I just envisioned Blue Boy from Dragnet, just coming up to you. I'm an alien, and my father's blah 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 blah. I just.
Well, you both get points for that one. Okay.
Hold on. Before you go any further, I just want to point out there are no points.